question that I think everybody should be asking about the Progressive Party.
What if this thing actually works?
What if a candidate that you liked in your district actually won?
What if the Progressive Party got we, the people, into government?
What if we fixed everything that was broken?
What if no one starved in the richest country in the world?
And if nobody ever had to sleep outside again?
And if we spent our money on educating young minds, not killing kids halfway across the world?
What if you could get across town without ever having to sit in traffic?
If you could breathe clean air without pollutants clogging it?
What if world peace actually happened?
And we were able to succeed in bringing our troops home?
And everyone, regardless of what they look like and who they love, was able to live a rich and fruitful life.
What if you could run?
And we could win.
And if we all got together
And put our time
and our minds
and our effort
into something new?
What if we tried?
Join us, and let's see what would happen if what if happened.
Hello, everyone. It is so nice to see you for the grand opening of the Progressive Party. We have worked tirelessly for this moment for months upon months, and it's crazy because I decided I was going to have enough of the two-party system, enough of the corruption plaguing our nation, enough of people suffering in the richest country in the world, enough of our current political situation, and I had faith that we, the people, could create something better. So, in my college dorm room, I dreamed up the Progressive Party. More people ended up joining me, and now we are finally launching our membership program. Donations are now open. We are going to start recruiting candidates all across the nation, and we are the people are going to take our country back. It is so exciting to see all of you here today, and it feels so humbling that we are able to create such an amazing movement. We have only just begun, and so much has already happened. But I would like to thank you, the members, for joining, to putting your faith in me, in the rest of the party, and everyone that puts their hands together to change America for the better. I believe we can change America. And even though it's just a couple of us today, we are going to be able to grow to more and more and more. And eventually, the entire nation will be united and people will be able to live happy and fulfilling lives. Over the course of this evening, we're going to be showing you guys what we have been working on behind the scenes all these months. So many programs to be launched, so many new ways of reaching people, so many new ideas to explore. We can't wait to show what the Progressive Party has been working on for so long, and we hope you enjoy. And if you haven't already, please confirm your membership and donate to the Progressive Party to help fund candidates like me and candidates that will actually make a difference in your neighborhood. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Ajak. I'm the Chief of Staff of the Progressive Party. I had a message for you from one of your board members today, who couldn't make it to be with us, but for some reason, it doesn't want to play. So I am going to try and troubleshoot this just a little bit more. And in the meantime, I'm going to pass it back to Sydney. to share exciting developments on the platform.
Yeah. Hi, guys. The Progressive Party platform, honestly, it took a while, but I'm glad that it did because we were able to put so much input from people from all areas of life. I was able to talk to small business owners. I was able to talk to teachers. I was able to talk to healthcare workers, pretty much everyday average people who want to make their community better. I was able to get their input into this. The platform was peer reviewed by the board of directors. It was ratified last month. And this is exactly what we want to do to make America better for us all.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about the policies in the platform? I've got a bit of a splash screen here if you'd be willing to share some of that.
Yeah, of course. So there are a lot of categories that the Party platform covers, but the main ones are tackling the cost of living. We want to make it housing more affordable. We want to secure economic stability for the average American. We want to fight inflation. We want to make sure that you can go to the grocery store and that prices won't be a gazillion dollars just for a bag of food. We want to make education equal. We want to ensure that all children, no matter where they live, are able to have an equal access to education. Teacher pay will be higher. More funding will be available for schools in impoverished areas. And overall, our bright young minds can be invested in. We want to ensure that healthcare for all is a reality to create a universal healthcare system, improve access to family planning, ensure women's rights, just make sure that no one has to pay an arm and a leg just to survive. We want to protect civil rights. We want to enforce anti-discrimination laws. We want to expand protections for all groups because they did say that all men were created equal, and even though they didn't mean it at the time, we will take their words and apply it to everyone in this nation because everyone deserves to live fair lives. We want to reform the government. We want term limits. We want to ban insider trading. We want to eliminate dark money from the government. We want to ensure that you guys will be able to have your voice heard in the government. And that is why the Progressive Party also takes zero corporate donations. And your support is what keeps the party going. So donate, please. Anyway, we want no new taxes on working people. We want to focus our taxing on the rich and the wealthy and the people who have so much money to spare, yet they don't spend it on bettering the people. Meanwhile, our government runs off of the revenue of average Americans who are struggling to pay for food and rent. It shouldn't be like that. And that is why the Progressive Party has decided that we are going to fight for no new taxes on working people. We want to fight hunger as well. That's something that both major parties kind of ignore, but we don't want to ignore that. We don't want to ignore the fact that people are starving in our own country, and we want to expand SNAP and WIC. We want to build local grocery access. We want to make school meals free. We want to make sure that no one has to go hungry. We want to end our endless wars. We have to repeal war authorizations. We want to invest in diplomacy and peacekeeping. We want to ensure that your kids won't have to shed their blood just for the gain of others and the rich in the military industrial complex. We want to tax major polluters. We want progressive taxes on top emitting corporations, and we want to hold them accountable for our climate crisis. And lastly, we want to hold big corporations accountable. We want to stop environmental destruction by food, beverage, and energy giants. And we want to ensure that small businesses can thrive and that big corporations will be held accountable. So those are just some of the things that are included in the Progressive Party platform. You can read the full thing at progress4us.org/platform. And if you agree with this, please sign up to become a member today and donate. Please donate. It will help us a lot so we can run candidates in your community that focus on these areas.
Thank you, Sydney. I have our message from our board member up, so I'm going to take the opportunity and play that so we all can hear it. Oh, hi. Wait, can we all three be up here?
My name's David Hughes, and I'm a member representative on the board of directors. I'd like to tell you why I joined the Progressive Party of America. I started out just like you, just following an Instagram link, and then I found out what they stood for. I think what really happened is that 15 years ago, our country took a wrong turn with Citizens United. It let unlimited corporate funding turn both Democrats and Republicans away from their roots. Once upon a time, Republicans stood for balanced budgets and less government oversight of our lives. The Democrats fought for workers to have better conditions and let more people participate in government. But now it's up to us, the Progressive Party, to pick up those fights and carry them forward. What I love is that this is not a left party, this is not a right party, this is a party of the people. We want our representatives to serve all the people, to fight for what's best for the people, not to fight for some label or to serve some special interest. Do not be afraid of the future. Yes, this fight will be long and hard, but we can win. You have a voice and it matters. I joined this party because I could see the vision that Sydney had, a country where representatives actually serve the people. I hope you all have that same vision, because this is America. We don't all have to agree 100% on every issue. Debate is healthy. Different ideas are how we come up with solutions. If the government serves the people, if the people can be united in hope, then there's no challenge too great for us to overcome. Join with us, and let's begin.
Thank you, David. We're going to hop into just some general information about what you can expect to see coming. We've been doing a lot of work on the way that we're going to recruit candidates, the way that we're going to run elections, support local candidates. Everyone asks, like, how do we win? And I want to have some answers for you here today, and you'll see more information about this as we move forward. Our primary program for getting candidates ready and getting candidates out there to win, as well as recruiting candidates, is going to be called You Can Run. You Can Run is going to be very unique because it focuses on a bottom-up approach to politics. We're going to start at the very first level with that bottom-up approach with how we choose candidates and how we vet candidates. Candidates are going to be nominated by people like you. They're going to, they're scrolling on social media, they see an ad, they click it. And, the question that we're really asking here is, you think you can do a better job? Well, why don't you try? And we'll help you out along the way. We're going to have a lot of different resources at the party level to help candidates on the ground, like website templates, like instruction, as well as being able to connect with other candidates. We just want to make sure that being able to run is as easy and as streamlined as possible, and that we are using party resources in a way which best benefits our folks on the ground. There are a lot of ways that members are going to be able to get involved in this. And you're going to hear me talk about members a lot this afternoon because, quite frankly, they're essential to the way that our party is going to operate, because this is a people's party. But particularly in this program, we've got a few different engagement opportunities. The first is Outlook committees. As a small party, we need to be very careful with where we decide to invest, how we decide to lift up local candidates, and where we decide to put our resources. The way we're going to do this is through Outlook committees. Together with trained staff, party members will be able to serve on a committee, wrap around a candidate from anywhere in the country. and give them advisement and give them the resources that they need to continue throughout their journey. We're going to have Progress Explorers. We're opening up a new volunteer role with the Progressive Party that's going to be part of a new class of volunteer role that's going to start rolling out over the summer. Progress Explorers, their job is to scour the internet, to scour their towns and find people who, they wouldn't mind if it was a mayor. So we're going to have more information on that soon. For the first time ever, we're going to allow and build the infrastructure for groups on the ground locally to come together and sort people according to their skill, according to their arrangement, and have cells of the party on the ground. And we're going to start that with this infant program called You Can Win Local Groups. The You Can Win Local Groups, you, 5 of your friends, you go have a town hall, we're going to have a lot of different curriculum out there to help you and to the people in your community recruit candidates. And the Choose Your Leaders program is going to give you the opportunity to nominate candidates around you that we can personally reach out to and say, hey, someone thought that you would be a good leader. All of our candidates are going to be supplemented through their time with Platform Hero. Platform Hero is a proprietary software developed by the Progressive Party. And what we're doing is we are getting party staff and other experts to lean in and help educate candidates. So when we say you can run, there's more to that than legally you can run, logistically you can run. When we say you can run, we mean we're going to provide you with the education you need to as well. We're going to teach you about government. We're going to take you every moment from filing your first paperwork to running your first fundraiser to planning your first victory party. That's what Platform Hero is going to look like. These are just some of the things. That was a very quick few minutes for all of the things that we've got planned for candidates, and we're very excited to be able to release more of that later on, but quite frankly, I just couldn't wait any longer to get all this information to you. As due-paying members, you will have access to participate in all of these, and you will have quicker information on the way that each of these develops. Speaking of other perks of being due-paying members, there's one really big one that I know some of you already know about, and some of you have maybe been waiting for. We're bringing party membership back to Discord. When this party first started, we were all on a little Discord server talking to each other, and we eventually grew out of that. But now we want to re-engage with the members, now that we've got infrastructure, the things that we want to give back to you. And there's a wide variety of ways that we plan on doing this. First off, we have the membership lounge. The membership lounge is going to be sorted based on states, so party members will be able to find each other rather easily. You're going to be able to join member-only calls and streams that sometimes are hosted by people like Sydney and I. You're going to get updates before they go to social media, before they go to the website. And sometimes, who knows, you might even pop in on a planning call. And we want to plan out some recreational activities that you can do with other members, both in your home state that you can plan, that we can plan. So a lot of different opportunities for you as party members to engage. We also want to be transparent about our leadership and build relationships between you and our party's leadership. So we'll be hosting sessions to meet your board of directors. You have 2 member seats on the board of directors, and one of which was David, who we heard from earlier. And you'll be able to interact with them, join town halls, and eventually as due-paying members, you do have the right to vote in party elections for those member seats. The last note that I've got for you on member engagement is we are going to be having a party rally. It doesn't feel like it's my place to announce this because I've done the least work on it, but the title of the rally is A Future We Can All Believe In. And I'll tell you what, our party staff, especially Sydney and Nanya, have done impeccable work, a lot of really intentional work to bring you the best possible event that you're going to be able to see, and you'll be able to watch that on July 5th. Pay attention to your emails, pay attention to our website because you'll be getting notifications on that soon. And you can stay tuned at progressforus.org. I'm going to bring Ananya on to talk about some of the other big announcements that we've got for the party before we let you go tonight.
Hi, everyone! You might recognize me from the Progressive Party social media pages. I'm Ananya, your communications director, and my job is pretty simple: to make sure your message, our message, reaches the public clearly. We're expanding how we do that. While many of you follow our social media, we know short form content isn't for everyone. That's why I'm so excited to officially introduce 3 new platforms designed to keep you informed and engaged no matter your media style. First is our podcast called The Freeway, a casual, conversational deep dive into what's happening in the world and how it might impact our communities. Next, our blog, which is a space for thoughtful articles from policy analysis to current events, party updates, and even member spotlights. Finally, our newsletter, which is a clean, concise snapshot of our work, perfect for those who aren't on Discord or social media but still want to stay in the loop. As I said, my job is to share our vision in ways that are engaging and accessible, but this party belongs to all of us. And that means your voice matters, and I want to hear from you. Message me, email me, tell me what's happening in your communities, what issues you're facing, what events you're hosting, or if you're thinking about running for office. Why? Because your story could shape how we communicate. You might be spotlighted in a post, featured in our newsletter, interviewed on our podcast, or even inspire a blog article. This isn't just talk. We're putting real tools in your hands to shape the communities we believe in, and it all starts with how we uplift each other. This party isn't shaped by corporations, billionaires, or lobbyists. It's shaped by you. Because in this movement, the most powerful voice is the everyday Americans. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Ananya. Well, that went by much quicker than I think that we were anticipating it was going to.
Yeah, went really smoothly. Before we let you go tonight, we just want to say thank you for spending your night with us and hearing about what we've been doing for the last couple months. And we can't wait to roll these projects out, and we cannot wait to see all the change that we're going to be able to make. But obviously, go check out our new website at progressforus.org. Tell people that you know about the Progressive Party. Share our social media, share our website. Just get the word around, because it takes us to be able to make a difference. And I believe that we'll be able to make that difference.
Well said, Sydney. We're going to let you all go tonight. Remember to sign up to be a party member if you haven't already. Feel free to drop an extra donation. It's going to help us get our boots off the ground and help get programs out to you quicker. Another thing I'm going to selfishly ask is if any of you feel so compelled, you have extra time, and you want to contribute to this effort, you can go onto progressforus.org and you can volunteer for our party too. It's been wonderful having you all. I'm so glad that we were finally able to get all this information to you.
Yeah,
And
same here.
great.
All right. Thank you guys so much, and have a great night.